Hey traders, welcome back to the channel. The week is just about to close, so before it does, I want to sit with you like a friend and talk about what happened, what could have been better, and how we move forward to stronger. So, this video is not just a market recap, it is a session for those who lost this week, those who got stuck in hedging, and especially those who just sat there and watched the market move without them. So, if you have felt frustration, confusion, regret, or pressure this week, this video is exactly what you need. So first of all, let's rewind a little bit. In our last weekly forecast video, we discussed some key levels, right? Areas where the market might react. We talked about structure. This was the structure last week, and this was my resistance. So right after that, as expected, we have seen this, and obviously as it was expected, a very nice pullback by the market and then a very nice completion, right? And throughout in this week I have discussed these in the live streams as well, plus I made one other video as well. And right here, if you see, market created this and dropped again. So you see this structure. So we talked about structure, how price was building pressure. Right here you see how price was building pressure, and how a breakout could come if we simply waited, right? So those traders who are holding buy trades from here emotionally, if they have like waited for the market this much drawdown, they must have not seen. So now obviously these traders who are like they are looking back, price respected those levels beautifully, right? But even we have seen this good breakout as well, but obviously that time is now gone. See, after this much of a drawdown there is no good point in making this much of a profit. So obviously structure is not noise. Okay, this is the first lesson everyone should understand. What is this? This is structure. So structure, remember my friends, is not noise. Okay, it's your map. Without structure, a trader cannot make good decisions. So that's the first lesson, remember it forever. If you had trusted the structure and the story it was telling, you would have seen the setups unfolding slowly and clearly. I'm sure, so much sure about it. You must have seen very clearly your trade opportunities. But unfortunately, here is the truth. Most struggling traders don't have a structure to follow. They jump into candles, they react emotionally, and they forget the big picture. So why, my friends? Why you forget the big picture? Anyone who is stuck this week, and even if you saw my videos and still you are stuck, well, my brother, you just see this trend. Even last night market was right here. I discussed this bullish rally. But anyways, so bigger picture is almost important for us. For those who lost, hedged, or missed out. Now, if you lost money this week, you are still stuck in a hedge, or you just missed every move. So let's be honest, you are not alone and you are not broken. Okay, this is part of trading, this is part of life, this is part of the journey, I should say. This is part of the journey, my friends. But let me tell you why this keeps happening. This is the problem. It's not the market, it's not manipulation, it's not bad luck. It's lack of preparation, my friends. Lack of preparation. Believe me, lack of preparation. Lack of preparation. You didn't follow a strategy, you didn't have a clear entry or exit plan, or maybe you just didn't trust the trend. Like that's the psychology. You saw the market trending, okay? See, it was trending up, but your mind whispered it's too late to enter now. So see how many good opportunities it gave. I discussed in the live streams how much good opportunities. So see how beautifully this market go back up and retested its own resistance, and this week it might close there, okay, because on the h4 we have seen a pin bar near this level, which means now seller are in might be interested in this level. What must have happened this week to most of the traders? They must have waited, then the market broke out, right? First this, and then obviously to the this bullish rally, and now you feel it's too high or too late to enter. So it means you stayed frozen. You just saw the structure but you couldn't act on it. Why? Because you are not aware of this structure, that obviously there are some structures pointing up. Remember, as last week I said market is going to drop till here, it did. Why? Because I knew the structure, that this is going to happen, and it exactly happened, right? Maybe this week you may have sold at support or bought at resistance. You reacted to what you saw on the surface instead of reading the deeper market structure. So you are not the only one doing that. 95% of traders repeat this pattern every week, my friends. Every week and every day. So let's break it down. After all, what's causing these problems and why the traders do feel these problems. If you keep ignoring the trend, the market will keep teaching you the same lesson over and over. Remember, trends are not optional, okay? They are the foundation of any strategy. See this trend. What is this? This is the foundation of a strategy. Even we have seen this ABCD pattern as well. With the help of this, we have seen this bullish rally as well. Even we, on the basis of this previous resistance, we are now seeing some consolidation area ahead right here. So my friend, trends are not optional. They are the foundation of any strategy. If the market is trending, your job is to follow. Nothing more than this. Your job is to follow. So trends are always our friends. They are not optional, they are foundation. And the early one learns this. It's better for him, the better it is for him. If the market is, let's suppose, ranging, your job is to wait for clarity, not force a setup, okay? For I have seen some traders who forcefully find setups and then trade and ends up in then losses. So now breakouts, coming on to the breakouts, because obviously these are the common things that every week happens, and every week the traders are not going to get it. So breakouts are not surprises, my friends. They are results of pressure building. Pressure building. This breakout, you see, pressure is built. Too much pressure is built over the bulls, that hey, what happened, right? Just like steam in the cooker. These bulls, this was a steam. This was a steam that came out of this whole structure. So when you look at a chart, don't just look at candles, look at the structure. Where is the market respecting support? Where is it rejecting resistance? These levels, they are not just lines, my friends. They are zones of trader behavior, where thousands of others are placing orders, reacting emotionally, making decisions right here. These are those zones. This is the trader behavior. 95% of the trader was holding by decision, and that same person stopped out right here, lost a lot of money, and now at the end of the week market is exactly trading at the same place. So these bullish, they are results of the those pressure that was building due to this breakout. I discussed it earlier last week. So if you learn to respect these levels and combine them with the flow of the trend, you will, remember, stop feeling lost, my friends. You will stop feeling lost. And breakouts always leave clues, remember. If this is a breakout, if I said last week that market is going to drop, first complete this ABCD and then going to go up, and a more possible either double top for it forms, or maybe it gives us a breakout. So breakout always leave clues. This is, these sellers are not crazy, they understand the market, right? So you just have to stop chasing the candles and start watching the story the market is telling. Now here is the truth that hurts but also heals, my friends. You didn't fail this week, right? Your lack of strategy did. If you had a clear system, a clear entry plan, a risk limit, and the discipline to wait, you wouldn't be in pain right now. You would be in peace, my friends. And I'm telling you, as someone who's been there, a good strategy is like a seat belt. Okay, seat belt. You may not need it in every trade, but when things go wrong, it saves you. So if you are serious about trading, you need a strategy, not five, just one strategy you need. One that matches your personality, your emotion, and your available time. And once you have it, follow it like a routine, because the moment you abandon your rules, the market will punish you. So follow it with proper rules. So as this week closes, I want to reflect, right? Not regret. I want to reflect. Ask yourself, where did I follow structure? Where did I panic? Where did I ignore the trend? Where did I chase or freeze? The market is not your enemy. Your own lack of clarity is, my friends. Let be let this be the last week you go in without a plan. Let this be the week you start acting like a professional, even if you are still learning, right? I'll keep showing up here, sharing real market lessons, emotional tools, and honest talk as well. Those emotional tools with which you can control your greed, fear, FOMOs, etc. Because no one talks about this side of trading, but it's the only thing that separates the losers from the learners. If this helped you, drop a comment, let me know what you struggled with and what you are learning. You are not alone. You are just one good plan away from your breakthrough, my friends. Okay. So until then, stay focused, stay patient, and trust the process. Have a very good weekend.